Hey, howdy everybody. Welcome back to the Streaming Sofa and welcome to Mega May 3. It is happening, officially here, officially starting. Yes, an extra day into the month, but sue me, I'm only human. Saturday's a better day for streaming anyway. Can do it for longer. And we are once again spending the month of May dedicating all streams to the Mega Man franchise. This is indeed the third year that I have done this. And I will say, this is simultaneously my favorite and least favorite thing that I do. My favorite thing, because there are a lot of pretty good Mega Man games. There are, in fact, some really good Mega Man games. But there are also a lot of bad Mega Man games. In fact, one might argue that there are more bad Mega Man games than there are good ones. Even amongst the series offshoots and franchises within the sub-series within said franchise, there may be more bad ones than good ones. And the interesting thing about this Mega May, and if I'm being completely honest, most Mega Mays going forward, it's mostly going to be bad ones. And that will become very evident with the theme of this year's Mega May, which is all handheld Mega Mans. Yes, any game that is called Mega Man that is only playable via a handheld portable gaming device will be the focus of this year's Mega May. I have, in fact, been looking forward to this for a while. There are a lot of these games that I have very little exposure to, very little experience with. As a matter of fact, the Mega Man that I may have played, the portable Mega Man that I may have played the most was on a TI-83 calculator. And it wasn't an official Mega Man game. It was a fan game. And it was, man, if you didn't have a TI-83 growing up, you missed out on a very specific type of gaming. The TI-83 is a graphing calculator. So it is a calculator with like an LCD screen, like an actual like square LCD screen, with, as I recall, a fairly impressive refresh rate on it. And I was told that I was required to have one for the high school that I went to. I went to a magnet school, and on their list of like required shit, they had TI-83 calculator on there, which in hindsight, I don't think I really needed. Well, I did need it eventually, but truly not in the way that they probably intended. Because it turns out that if you were going to this particular school for their computer science program, then yes, you would absolutely need a graphing calculator, because you're going to be in some pretty intense math classes. However, if you're a graphic design dumbass and most of your time is going to be spent running around your school's hallways with a camcorder, making music videos and pretending that your friend in a rolly chair is a car from Initial D, it turns out that you're not going to need all those graphing buttons as intensely as you may have been sold. Instead, you are going to discover very quickly that people have made games for the TI-83. And you know what? Most of them are pretty fucking good. A lot of them were actually really good. I mean, for what they were. Obviously, you know, none of these were going to, you know, change the world. Like these were certainly not, you know, revolutionary types of things. But for a calculator, they were fairly impressive. I will say they were still sub original Game Boy. They you know, they couldn't quite do what the Game Boy could. Not that the Game Boy was capable of a whole hell of a lot, But it definitely couldn't do all that. It was still very limited. The programs had to be fairly simple, but what some people were able to do with it was really impressive. I remember one of the ones that I spent probably the most time playing was called Phoenix, which was kind of a Galaga shoot 'em up, but it was a shoot 'em up with upgrades. So it's kind of like Tyrion, as a matter of fact. You would shoot waves of spaceships and they would drop money power-ups for you, and then you could spend those power, you could spend that money on upgrades in between levels, which again, this is all running off of a calculator, so it's pretty fucking impressive that they were able to pull this off on a piece of hardware that absolutely was not designed for this kind of programming. They fucking did it. I remember spending a lot of time playing that one, and the other one that I spent a lot of time was the Mega Man game that was on it. And it was a full-blown side scroller. Like they had like side scrolling levels and enemies, and boss fights. And those bosses had like weapon, weaknesses, you know, like they still did like you get a new weapon from every enemy. The weapons all behaved exactly the same. None of them had unique, behaviors, but they were like slightly different sprites, you know. I say sprites, nothing on that thing was sprite based. It was all like how each thing was drawn, you know, per pixel. But for the sake of description, you might as well just call it a sprite. And I remember at the time, like being kind of amazed that even existed. So come to find out, you know, like there's like a whole line of these games on like actual hardware, actually legitimate license, not even licensed, like from the franchise. Like they are official releases of the Mega Man series on so many other pieces of hardware, including original Game Boy. And that is where our journey begins, is on the OG Game Boy. The plan here is to play these in chronological order, or release order, or I guess as close to release order as we can. You know, one of the nice things about playing all the Mega Man games is that they kind of lend themselves very naturally to playing them in release order of everything. We did that with the classic series and it worked out great. We did that with the with the X series, and that also worked out. It worked out okay. You know, unfortunately, the further you go into the X series, the worse and worse it gets. Well, the better and better it gets, and then it peaks, and then it gets significantly worse, like crazy worse, and then kind of okay at the very end. Yeah, we kind of. I was gonna say broke tradition, but it wasn't even tradition by that point. We hadn't established a tradition. But at the end of the first Mega Man was when Valeno and I played through X8. That was actually outside of the parameters of the Mega Man for that year. Then last year we did it right, where we played through all of the X games in order, ending with 7. And boy, 7 is certainly a product that they sold for money. I mean, the same could be said of 6. The same could also be said from a lot of 5. Bad games. So with that though, the all future Mega Mays are kind of in this, what I find to be kind of a very interesting situation, which is we're out of the mainline series forever, truly forever. I guess if you want to count Mega Man 11, you know, like technically that is supposed to be part of the mainline franchise, but let's be honest, like it's so far removed and it's so vastly different from what the classic series games were that I feel like it is like its own standalone spin-off game, truly. You know, when we get to that game eventually, like we'll be able to categorize it properly, I'm sure. But as it stands right now, I consider basically everything else with Mega Man's name on it to be kind of its own offshoot, its own individual unique series, its own individual franchise. Because for, and a lot of times, and we'll find this out especially on the Game Boy stuff, for like hardware reasons, like technical limitation reasons, these games ended up being very, very different from their NES counterparts. I think one of the key elements here is original Mega Man debuted in 1987, the first game released in 87. Yes, Mega Man and I share the same birth year. Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, which is the first Game Boy game, came out in 91. So there's a 4-year gap between the NES original and then the first Game Boy game of it. And I'm pretty sure both Mega Man 2 and 3 were out by then, maybe even 4. I don't quite remember like all the release years of everything. But definitely 2 had been out by that point for sure. So like the series has already seen like kind of huge transformation, right? Like the difference between like 1 and 2 is night and day. Like they are it's crazy what a leap forward 2 is in comparison to 1. Kind of by every stretch, kind of by every possible definition. The controls are tighter. The level design is stronger. It's a lot more difficult. There are some bullshit moments in 2. When I finished that first Mega Man, I came away actually not too hot on Mega Man 2, to be completely honest. Like, it's good. It's a good game, but when you play through all of the Mega Man games in a row like that, it is very, very easy to compare and contrast them. You are not looking at them through the lens of someone who has had to wait for however many years it has been for each one of these releases to happen, right? Like it's like binging a show. It is the equivalent of watching anything on Netflix, right? Where it used to be television, you would watch like a week at a time. There would be one new episode a week, and then that was it. And then there would be a huge cliffhanger at the end of an episode, and that's all anybody would talk about. They would just talk about, did you see the thing? Did you see the thing? Did you see the thing? And then people would talk about that and you know, hypothesize and fan theory and do all this stuff with it, you know, and then the new release would come out and be kind of like, oh, that's what happened, you know? And then that's the thing that we're talking about. Now, shows just release in their entirety. They just drop, you know, 12 episodes just all at once, and go and go and you go watch it, right? Like there's no suspense. There's no, oh my God, what happens next? There's no even time to like discuss it like in between things, like with like there's nothing to talk to your fucking coworkers about, you know. You're now talking about it in its entirety. And if you stop 3 episodes in and someone else watched all 6, you have nothing to talk about because they're not going to be able to talk to you about the, like, all they're waiting for is for you to get to the end, right? All of this Mega Man stuff does the same thing, where I'm playing through all these games one after another, so it's very easy to compare them immediately, as opposed to what we do with video games all the time, which is wait 2, 3, 7 years for the sequel to come out to something, and that comes preloaded with all of that baggage. It comes preloaded with all of that nostalgia, with all of that suspense and hype and just the constant urge to get more of that thing, right? We don't have that here. Here we are doing basically science, and this is science that I've been really looking forward to, because the Game Boy games are such a different, not like a wildly different take on what the original NES games were, but they have to be so compacted. They have to fit on like such like simpler hardware that I'm really intrigued and excited to see what are the things that they changed, what are the things that they kept the same, what are the things that they actually may have innovated and invented on their own, you know, so that they didn't have to maybe like call back so hard to the NES series, and they can make these games their own thing. You know, we're removed by several years. We're removed by a complete new console generation. We're removed by so many steps here. Why not start taking these things in another direction? I'm kind of setting the stage for a lot of the stuff that we're going to be seeing over the following weeks. Because I can tell you now, today we're going to be playing through, hopefully, 2 games. We're going to play through Dr. Wily's Revenge, which is the first game in the series. And then after that, they went to just the numbering system. So Dr. Wily's Revenge and then Mega Man 2 with a Roman numeral. That is how they differentiated them from the NES series. These are Roman numeral 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the Game Boy, which honestly, I dig. That is some forward thinking of how do we make sure that we don't confuse people in a future where the internet exists, of searching for specifically the game that they are looking for. So thank you, Capcom, for your foresight in what was kind of a dumb naming convention. It worked out. It worked out because it made the internet easier to navigate. And I do thank you very much. So with that all in mind, we're going to hop on in. We're going to get in to the madness that is Mega Man. And just like before, I'm allowing myself one thing, which is I'm allowing myself the ability to look at guides. Now, more specifically, I'm allowing myself the ability to look at guides for boss orders, because I don't think armor parts are going to be a thing I need to worry about in the Game Boy games. For now, at least. But as someone who, when this whole thing started, when this whole thing started 2 years ago, I had never beaten a single Mega Man game, right? That was kind of the impetus for this whole thing, was I had never beaten one. It took many years, kind of like into like my teens before I would even beat just like one Robot Master. Like I always found the Mega Man games exceedingly hard, excruciatingly hard, extremely difficult. And now that I have so much experience with them, I do know that they're a lot more manageable than before. That said, these games do have some bullshit in them. And anything that I can do to make things a little nicer on myself, a little easier on myself, I'm absolutely going to take advantage of. And one of those things is I have not committed like the boss orders and weaknesses to memory. Why would I? Who would do that? Madness. Absolute madness. Split Mushroom is weak to Web Spider. And Cyber Peacock is weak to Split Mushroom. And then Storm Owl is weak to Cyber Peacock. Okay, so there's one game that I've remembered all of them for. But beyond that, I have not committed them to memory. What's funny is that having now played the X1 and 3 randomizer so much, I now have no idea what any of those bosses are weak to ever. That randomizer changes everything. That randomizer changes like their actual weaknesses. So who the fuck even knows anymore? I barely even know like they're a lot of the bosses' names, because that randomizer skips the boss stage and it skips the boss intros for everything. Like it just rips them out, which is a great idea because you're doing so much backtracking that it would be extremely annoying having to wait like 13-15 seconds between every single one of those level jumps just to see the fucking boss get introduced again. Yeah, because it changes every single thing about who's weak to what, completely at random. I don't have any idea what they're weak to, and because it doesn't introduce them, I don't know a lot of the boss's names. It's very strange. I remember Wire Sponge. And I am having a hell of a time finding the wiki that I usually use for this. Because I'm getting like this Mega Man fandom wiki, which I know is definitely one, but there was another one. Is like the Mega Man, is it Mega Man database? Did the website just like vanish? Am I completely crazy? And does this website just look different at home than it did at work? I don't know. Okay, let's just do this. Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge. There it is. It's MMHP. That is the one that I've been using. All right. So first thing first, because every single one of these games is on the backlog, we're going to treat them with the respect that they deserve. We're going to take a look at the manual for this thing. Game Boy manuals, much like the games themselves, pretty limited, pretty short. However, we are going to get a word once again from our boy Joe. Joe Marici is back. Once again, providing us with a special message from Capcom. Thank you for selecting Mega Man in Dr. Wily's Revenge for your Game Boy system. We are proud to offer you this action-packed adventure, Capcom's latest contribution to the Game Boy. Mega Man in Dr. Wily's Revenge offers the finest graphics and stereo sound available for the Game Boy. Yeah, the audio on this thing was nuts, and the graphics were even crazier. We hope you enjoyed the excitement and challenges that await you in this latest Mega Man Adventures. Very truly yours, Joseph Marici, Senior Vice President of Capcom USA. A couple safety precautions. We should go over these because we're on a new system now. I have not played a Game Boy game on stream, I think, in 100 years. It is, I think... The Amazing Spider-Man. I played The Amazing Spider-Man a year ago. The only other one, and I don't actually, it's funny, did I not put it on? I did not put it on my list. In my very first year of streaming, I did a late night stream, unannounced. I started streaming at 10 p.m. And I did a stream of Super Mario 6 Golden Coins DX. 6 Golden Coins is the one of 2 Mario games on the Game Boy. So it is technically Super Mario Land 2. If you've seen Mario Land, you probably know that one. That's the one with the really tiny Mario, and he shoots instead of Fire Flower, he has the bouncing, steel ball thing. Very strange game. Very, very, very odd, given what Super Mario Brothers is on the NES, right? The difference between that game and 6 Golden Coins is vast and crazy. 6 Golden Coins is much more of a full featured game. It is much more of a complete experience. And I really like that game a lot. And I played through DX, which was a fan hack of it, that basically gave it a full color rework, so that it could run on GBC, on Game Boy Color. And also fixed all of the lag. That game has really, really severe slowdown in a lot of places in it. And the DX hack removes all of it. So the game just runs at a buttery smooth frame rate the entire time. Really fun. A really good way of playing what was already a really good game. But definitely recommend finding the DX hack for it. But yeah, between that and Spider-Man, we're going to be making up for lost time here on how little Game Boy representation I've had on this channel. So always make sure the Game Boy's power is off before inserting or removing the game pack. That should be a no-brainer. Don't try to take your game pack apart. I know that there's a huge visible screw on the back of every one of those cartridges, but don't go fucking around with that thing. Never touch the contact points on your game pack, just like an NES cartridge. Keep your game pack safe from direct sunlight, high heat, and extreme cold. Don't bend it, crush it, let it get wet. Store it in its protective package at room temperature when you are not using it. Do not feed it after midnight. Again, all typical things here. If your game pack gets dusty, clean it with a soft, dry cloth. Never use thinners, solvents, benzene, alcohol, or other strong cleaning agents which can damage the game pack. Except, of course, rubbing alcohol, which does actually work, and I won't hear to the contrary. The amount of rubbing alcohol, the only reason that I know rubbing alcohol is even a thing is because of growing up with the NES. That is why I know what rubbing alcohol is. If it was not for needing to clean game carts over and over and over again, I would have never encountered that thing. And now rubbing alcohol is just kind of a part of my life. Put the game in, press start. You know how fucking video games work. Something you'll see here, though, on the next screen, you'll see mugshots of the first 4 Robot Masters you must defeat. So this does kind of the Mega Man 8 and the Mega Man, is it X5? Yeah. Thing where it exposes half of the content at the beginning. I believe that it does. We then get the rest of the bosses later or something. Yeah, we do. But we get them kind of, yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. He's a mad scientist. I guess that movie would have come out fairly recently. No, Mad Rolls from the 70s, isn't it? 1963. All right, so this joke is coming at us 28 years too late. Not a single child would know what this is a reference to. Mega Man, once again, you must save the world because Dr. Wily just won't stop. God damn it. This time, the unbelievably insane scientist has restored 8 of the Robot Masters you previously mashed into metal marmalade. 4 of them. Okay, so this is interesting. So this is like a pseudo sequel to the first game. 4 of them, Iceman, Electric Man, Cutman, and Fireman, are running wild and tearing up the town. Those are the nice ones. Another 4, Quickman, Heatman, Bubbleman, and Flashman, all of which are from Mega Man 2, are looking in Dr. Wily's complex with a factory full of industrial strength robot smashers that you won't believe. But that's nothing compared to what you'll face in Dr. Wily's space node. Very intimidating. So load up the plasma cannon, Mega Man. But I guess before it was called the Mega Buster. Still before it was called the Mega Buster. It's time to get the lead out, which is a penis reference. So a lot of strange information here. All right. So run around, jump and shoot, do the things that a Mega Man do. Obviously, we're not going to have Charge Buster here, and we're not going to have Slide. It'll be a minute before we get access to those abilities. We are very much going back in time here. At the beginning of the game, choose one of the first 4 Robot Masters, then press start to transport down to the area. Then press transport to transport through town to the area he's gotten his steely grip. Every Robot Master is hiding in his own special maze filled with monstrous machines that fit his personality. You've got to run, blast, dodge, and leap your way through the dizzying rooms to finally corner the big boss. Big boss. You start the game with 3 chances to succeed, but your energy can drain away as you take the crushing smashes your foes deal out. Keep an Android eye on the bottom of the screen to check on how you're doing. So we got weapon level, we got our health, we got our chances left, energy meter. Battle through a maze of rooms, blasting everything you can, and don't forget to pick up your vitamins and minerals to gain back energy and chances. The more chances you demolish, the more machines you demolish, the more pills, pellets, and capsules you'll get. When your energy runs out, you lose 1 chance. If you have no chances left, you'll start, or if you have chances left, you'll start again. Power pellet, energy pellet, extra lives. Reaching the end of a maze puts you face to face with the Robot Master, and his power meter appears. Just like you, he'll last as long as his energy does, so you've got to watch both meters. Blast him into scrap metal to complete the maze and gain his master weapon. You'll transport back to the selection screen where you can choose your next opponent. The weapons box. When you destroy a robot master, his weapon becomes yours to choose and use. Press start anytime you see the weapons box. So yeah, okay, so you get the weapons. You get weapons. This is different. During his travels, Mega Man can acquire a levitating platform called the Carry. Once this has been collected, the Carry can be activated and recharged just like any other master weapon. Mega Man will be able to shoot out this platform to help him climb over obstacles which block his path. So yeah, so game one, we're still bringing in, you know, like the platform weapon, right? Which was in the very, I think that was in the first Mega Man game, right? I think the very first Mega Man game had the kind of like the, you could shoot like a line of platform out in front of you. I think was in that one. It was like the wire weapon or something. Nuts and bolts for winning. Banjo-Kazooie are here. Fire from ladders and while jumping to blast high up machines. Try to get all the pills, pellets, and capsules in a room so your power and weapon energy hold out for the next furious fray. God, I love the copy on these. Figure out which master weapons will beat each robot master. Then go after your foes in the right order to get the weapons you need for that battle. So they are bringing back the boss weaknesses here. When hurt, Mega Man will flash for a bit. He can't be injured during this time. Thank you, iframes. Practice to become fast and accurate. Then practice some more. Also, there's passwords. So there you go. There's all the information. Honestly, pretty good manual for a Game Boy game. There was a time when we cared about these things. I wish we still got them. I do wish that we still got manuals. It's so strange. I don't know. I say that, and then when I look at like what my life has kind of turned into, like now that I do everything on my PC, like I do find myself kind of being like less interested in physical media. And I never thought that I would have that opinion, because when like digital downloads were becoming a thing and physical media, like you could tell that they were trying to phase out physical media on stuff. I was very angry about that, and was just kind of like, fuck you, I own my games. And now like it's just so convenient. It's just so convenient to just have everything digitally. I will still get physical copies of things that I really, really, truly care about. Although that now is mostly just like movies. As a matter of fact, I just ordered everything Evangelion the other day because there was a sale on Amazon on anime. And so I'm finally going to own the Evangelion series, which that Blu-ray also has End of Eva on it, which is actually the only reason I'm actually getting that one. Excuse me. God. I don't have a lot of interest in rewatching the series, but I do think End of Evangelion is, honestly, I think it's kind of important. It's so fucking insane. It's so completely bonkers that I really, really enjoy it for being so fuck you. I'm going to make this thing that Hideki Anno put on. Man, what a wild piece of media. What an absolutely wild experience that fucking movie is. But then I also got the Rebirth movies as well, which I really like those. I probably will rewatch at least 1 and 2 of those, because I do think that like Thrice Upon a Time, it ends up being kind of like it. To me, it's a less interesting ending than End of Evangelion is. Like, I like the fact that End of Evangelion is so fucking inexplicable. Like, it's so like, what the hell even is any of this? But at the same time, it is overwhelming you with incredible imagery and animation, whereas the Rebirth ending is more, it's more akin to how the series ended, where it's kind of just, it's a lot of talk and it's a lot of not very interesting conversation. Because if you come to Evangelion to like understand, like to get like specifics about the story and to have things explained to you, I think you're coming to it for the wrong reason. Because there's maybe no franchise in the history of humanity that is so clearly the product of like one dude's thought process that he is absolutely making up as he fucking goes. And I say that in a world where Hideo Kojima exists. I think Anno is actually crazier than Kojima. He's just a lot nicer about it. All right, but we are armed with our knowledge about this game. So let's say goodbye to the tunes and let's kick off Mega Man 3 proper with Dr. Wily's Revenge on the Game Boy. Coming at you. Oh, that sound. This will be interesting to hear kind of like how like the music translates across the series now. Because the Game Boy, again, very limited in what it can pull off. But Capcom was really fucking good at making music. This is still going. This is going some places. I kind of want to sit here for a minute. At least wait for the loop to come around. Nope, we're gonna repeat it again. Oh shit! Third movement. This is like Pictionary on the NES. This shit's gonna like explode into like some crazy prog rock orchestration here. All right. I think we found the loop point here. Let's get into it. All right, so here we go. We got Cutman, Electman, Fireman, and Iceman. And what I read is that Electman is actually the suggested starter here. So, spoiler alert, I did mess with this a little bit last night. And I did play through Cutman stage and got my ass kicked by him. So we're gonna start with Electman. All right, they're still doing like the Starfield thing. Okay, so we're starting immediately with the fucking Kaizo blocks. Great stuff. I actually don't think that they're called Kaizo blocks. I think there's a different name for the Mega Man ones, but they fucking might as well be. So they're keeping the same music theme, though it is in a different key. Or if it's not in a different key, it's definitely at least an octave up. And we're also starting with like wind physics here, so they're really testing us right out of the gate. All right. It took a full minute, but we're finally shooting stuff. So they're very much like I said, like these first couple of games are going to be like, I guess safe is the word, of just kind of, let's just make these same games on the Game Boy, right? So what are the ways that we can like get around some of these limitations? You know, like how do we translate some of this stuff? So like everything that we've seen so far, like these are, yeah, I mean, this looks like a Electman stage, but it is a much simpler version of Electman stage, right? Like, just look how fucking slow like these things go. I will say the controls feel pretty tight. Obviously, there's not a whole hell of a lot that Mega Man can do right now, but he stops when I expect him to stop. everything is absolutely like slower. Like it's definitely slower. The movement is slower. Like the Mega Buster pellets are slower. His movement, his jump. It's kind of like the NES game slowed down to like 80% speed, I would say. Oh wow, we are okay. Oh god. Oh, of course the checkpoint would be here, like the slowest part of the level. So something that we do have the benefit of, compared to playing this on an actual Game Boy, is that we can actually see the fucking video game. So a thing that people don't talk about too often, the Game Boy kind of sucked. In hindsight, in hindsight, it is a rough thing to go back to, almost exclusively because of the screen. So we're looking at a black and white game here, right? But what we can do is we can actually change this. There is a way to change this. Well, okay, well, so we can change it with like Game Boy Color stuff, which was always kind of interesting. Like the Game Boy Color. So for games that did not, for original Game Boy games, the Game Boy Color would kind of, I suppose it would just like guess at what the colors should be for things. I honestly, I should look into that, because I don't know how it decided like what should be colored what. I don't know if that was maybe like hard coded somewhere onto like the Game Boy Color's like physical memory or something. But what's going to be really difficult to convey here is how much the Game Boy screen fucking sucked. Because it was truly let's try the pocket. Okay, there we go. This is more accurate to what it looked like. But imagine this even darker. Oh my god. Hey, guess what? These things are just as annoying as they were in the NES game. Fucking. Oh, my timing is so bad on these. So yeah, if you can imagine this coloring, but literally like a third of the brightness. And maybe half of the contrast. Like it was impossible to see this thing unless you were in very specific light. It's very funny because like, I'm not going to defend the R zone. However, the R zone gets a lot of shit, and hell, I gave it shit when we were talking about it. Gets a lot of shit for being impossible to see. And that is true. Oh, I think we're gonna die. No, I didn't. Shit. Jump over me. There we go. Okay. But you also could not see the Game Boy screen. Without being in like the correct lighting for it. There was no backlight on this thing. All right, Elect Man. I get like one hit. I think we're gonna start the stage over. Yeah. B to continue. Well, yeah. Oh, fucking. Hey guys, guess what? We are back. We're back in old school Mega Man days now. Fucking goddamn it. All right. Well, we're going to do the thing that I tend to do in these situations where we're just going to do a quick game over here. So I can try to at least get to the checkpoint with full lives. Yeah, try and like lay in bed with this thing. Like I remember like I had to get a light. I had to get like a separate like bedtime light that I could shine just so I could see the screen on this thing. And literally every other Game Boy product, well, no, because so I believe the Game Boy Pocket had a backlight on it. I think the Game Boy Color had a backlight on it as well. I don't remember. But somehow, shockingly, they went and they made the same fucking mistake with the Game Boy Advance. As I remember it, the original Game Boy Advance did not have a backlight on it. Oh, I'm jumping way too fucking early. Oh my god. Again, the game is slower. Like I'm so used to playing like every other Mega Man game. Yeah, that's so ultimately like the best Nintendo handheld was the Game Boy SP. Like that was actually the good one. Finally, a smaller frame for everything, but with a bigger screen. A smaller footprint, I mean, but a bigger screen, full backlight, full backwards compatibility with the entire Game Boy through Game Boy Advance library. I love my SP. It's so fucking good, and that motherfucker still works and holds a charge like you wouldn't fucking believe. You can pull a Game Boy SP like out of storage like 10 years after using it, and that sucker will still power on. It's goddamn magic. I have not tried firing up, so I actually do have an OG Game Boy brick. I didn't get it for many years after it had already existed. I have the black model, so it's just this fucking 2001 Space Odyssey obelisk that just lives in my closet. Unfortunately, the other thing about the Game Boy, it takes 4 goddamn AA batteries. Though I do seem to recall the battery life on it being okay. Like it wouldn't drain them too quickly. Unless you're one of those freaks who had, man, they made so many weird like attachments and accessories for the original Game Boy. Oh god damn it. Okay, we made it here with all of our lives, so we'll at least get a couple chances here, because I'm not expecting to survive this first one. Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Apparently I can change the color at the touch of a button. Oh boy. There are some fun options here. Jesus, there's a lot of options. Fuck me. Why are there so many unique palettes for this fucking thing? Good lord. Neon red. Ooh, woof. Oh, they have a virtual boy filter. That's pretty close. Like how the pattern on the wall vanishes. All right, just fucking how many? I'm still going. You guys can't see, but there's numbers. I'm on 98. I'm on 100. Why are there so many fucking... There aren't this many colors in the spectrum. What are we doing? Good God. Classic LCD. This is someone who has dialed in basically what it looked like without like the green tint on it. Oh. Oh, God damn. Oh, get out of my personal bubble. So this is the thing that I recall about this game, is that the bosses just fucking run up to you and you are slow. So they just get in your fucking face. And there's jack shit you can do about it. Okay, he does seem to respond to me shooting him, though. Like, look at this! Get away from me, you cocksucker! Oh, it's gonna be close. Whoo-wee! Still more. Still more. Still more. Still more. Still more. How? Sorry. How many fucking... There's 100 in here. There's 200 in here. There's another... Jesus Christ. 345 discrete color palettes you could choose from. Off. Just off. Just give me the pure black and white. Good lord. All right, we got Thunderbeam. With Thunderbeam, we can now take out Iceman. Obviously, Iceman is weak to thunder. Make it make sense. I am very thirsty today. Probably something to do with the fact that I practice a monologue that I'm writing for a show twice, like just before stream. And it's a 10-minute long monologue that involves me doing a lot of movement. It's actually going to be seen by another human being for the first time tomorrow afternoon. So I wanted to run it a couple times to make sure that I actually have it properly memorized. Which I feel pretty good about, because it means that I have something fully prepared and ready to roll. Literally a full month before it is required. Like, that show was like June 10th, I think. And I ran full steam ahead on getting this thing ready. Shit. Also, it's a solo piece, so it means that, you know, it ain't gonna get done if I don't do it. But also, there's no other dependencies from anybody else on it, so it's the kind of thing that I can just sit and write, and it's my own story. So it's not like I need to like check with somebody. Did I go to these details right? This thing that I lived, this thing that I experienced on my own. But the showrunner is gonna come give it a listen tomorrow. Interesting. How do I deal with this room? So it'll be nice to put it in front of a person and get some feedback for it. The only thing that I'm worried about is that it's running a little long, which is not surprising for me specifically. Everything I write tends to run longer than I think most people would initially would go for on their first pass on something. But I feel really good about what I've written. Like it feels tight. It's coming in at about 10 and a half minutes. It's supposed to be no longer than 10. But they also said definitely no longer than 12. So I am coming in under like the absolute maximum, like, oh God, you need to trim this. Because I have trimmed it already a couple times. And now I have it trimmed so much now that I feel really, really good about its final version, or its current version that it is in. So having another human being actually listen to it and see it will be good for my brain, so I can find out. Interesting puzzle they have set up here. There we go. Oh, we got Sniper Joe. Oh, fuck me. How come his shots get to go so fast? Wait. It's this. Okay. Weird checkpoint. I was kind of hoping getting past the big stompy guy would be the checkpoint, but I guess not. By the way, we have ice physics across this entire stage, in case that was not clear. So we had wind physics. We had wind physics the first stage, ice physics on this stage. Do any of these stages behave normally? Funnily enough, we don't have ice physics on the literal ice, which is hilarious. I love how the music has that thing that I fully expected. You saw this happen on NES games a lot too, where there are limited channels. There's only so many layers that can have like audio going on. So the sound effects will just like cut out like full layers of the music from time to time, depending on what you're doing. My favorite one of those is still Ninja Gaiden, where depending on what you were doing, like when you would hit an enemy at a certain time, or you would take damage, or no, it was when you would hit, whatever. You would do some action that would make the drums cut out of the music in the first Ninja Gaiden. This is the original Ninja Gaiden on NES. The drums would cut out until you took damage. And then when you took damage, the drums would come back in. And there's no way that was intended behavior, but I always kind of liked it because it almost felt like the music was responding to what was going on. Because it was kind of like, the music's kind of like, you know, it's a little less intense and everything, you know, it's pulled back on some of the rhythm layers and stuff like that, because you're just kind of like flowing, and then you take damage and the drums come back. It's like, no, you gotta get fucking serious, man. All right. Let's see how the boss weaknesses go in this game. Are they as crazy? Okay, they are. Yep. All right, great. They're just as insane as the NES. 3 hits, got him. All right. I'm assuming Fireman. Yeah, it's Fireman. I gotta say, visually, obviously this game is running very slow, you know, like I said, like it's running pretty slow. It feels maybe like a touch sluggish compared to the NES games. But I'm impressed with how cleanly a lot of this art has translated. There hasn't been like a single enemy that's been just like a mass of pixels. We're just kind of like, what the fuck am I even looking at? Like, it's been kind of like, oh yeah, no, that looks exactly like it looked on the NES. Like, they did a really good job on this. All right. Gonna try to do what I usually don't do. Try to use some of the other weapons as we go from stage to stage. Because I think Elecman might make this really easy. It looks like we get a shit ton of weapon energy too, which is always great. Nice. I feel like maybe this music track didn't translate as well to the Game Boy from the NES version. Also getting interrupted a lot. Okay, now the positioning on that tells me that we can do the ice beam freeze. Yeah, we can. Oh, fucking goddamn it. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Are we stuck here? Son of a bitch. Oh, that sucks. Oh! Who earns? Okay, we didn't lose too much progress. Oh! But we don't get our weapon back. Oh, that sucks that we take damage from frozen enemies. Oh! Good jump. Nice job. Nice job jumping. It's a decent enough challenge. I don't think... Again, some of it is a little bit in just kind of the kind of like sluggishness of kind of the overall like game speed and controls. But so far, there hasn't really been anything just kind of like, okay, that's cheap. I do think later on we might have like some blind spike jump nonsense to deal with. But so far, I'm surprised. This is very straightforward. My hope is that this does not go the way that a lot of the other Mega Man games went, where they started really focusing on like difficulty and less on like just fun jump and shoot action. Because man, man, do some of the later games really just not do it correctly. All right, we got to get this health, otherwise we're not going to make it. Oh, camp. Oh, no, you can't pause while you're in midair. I guess I just didn't do it right. There we go. Oh! Okay, kind of a unique hazard there. You gotta really mean it when you press the pause button. It kind of doesn't want to. I'm ready for this stage to be over. Okay, thank you. Right down to it. As always, got to end every boss fight with a single pip of health left, as is tradition for me. All right. And now for Cutman. Who has kind of a... This stage is, odd, I'll say. This is kind of like... They kind of make no attempt to remake Cutman stage here. Because Cutman stage is not exactly like this. But the way that they translate some of the ideas is kind of interesting. All right, we got an extra life, which we're probably going to waste immediately. All right, great. Yeah, good. I'm glad that I made good on that as I was talking about it. It's probably just so much faster just avoid everything. Fuck me! All right, avoid everything except that last guy. Oh, I'm being dog shit right now. Whoa, hey! Fuck is with that guy? Jesus Christ. I thought things weren't allowed to move that quickly on the Game Boy. Oh, fucking, I knew that was gonna happen. I fucking knew it. Oh, wow. No checkpoint, huh? All right. Well, then let's just, let's just run to the pit over here. We'll just start this fresh and renewed. Maybe we'll go back to stage select. How about Cutman? I'm gonna need to refill my fucking water bottle like an hour into stream. I don't know if this ever happened before. All right, let's just try to. Oh, god damn it. Oh, no, come on. Well, I was hoping one of them was going to drop the big energy. I guess the only thing around here with big energy is me. I don't think the stage is too much longer. Okay. So yeah, so now we have these things to contend with, which they fly forward and then they move in a circle and they spin that ass around in a circle. And it's just a matter of just avoiding everything for okay, or you can just jump right on top of it. That's also an option. Lots of things you can do in Mega Man. There we go. Still to this day, no idea how you were supposed to like control the jump height of those guys. Like there has to be some kind of like consistent like trick or something for them. Truly, I do not know. I think that's it. Okay, yeah. All right, we got to be fast with Cutman because he's gonna run right up on us. Fuck. It's okay. We have 2 more lives. We'll be fine. It's funny because like Milkman, fucking Iceman died in 3 hits. The rest of these guys, even with their weaknesses, like they kind of take a beating. There we go. Oh, interesting. You can keep moving around when the fight's over. All right, so that's 4 down. We got Rolling Cutter. And now we have the carry item as well. And so here we go, just straight into the Wily stages. Here we go. Oh, look at that stereo, baby. So as I understand it, like from here, we now will start like getting fights. Okay, so I think this thing always falls at your feet. Yes, okay. So you basically want to drop it at like the top of your jump. Whoop! Why would I jump up into that? I have no idea how many Wily stages there are. I know that we have 4 more dudes to fight, at least. But I don't know how they're laid out or anything. I'm excited to see kind of how this all like rolls out. There we go. Oh man, this shit. They brought this back. Of everything they could have brought back, they brought these. Oh god. The Room of Infinite Screws is both like the best and worst thing simultaneously. Because yes, you can farm them for like health and energy, but you can also just like get completely demolished by them because they have no rules about where they spawn. They just spawn on top of you. And infinitely. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe. No. Oh god. Oh, the worst. Oh, the worst. Woof. See, like, yeah, they dropped some health, but I think we spent more health than we earned. Oh, Jesus Christ, here we fucking go. Okay, hang on. So this is why you want the carry item. Basically, so you can save yourself for, like, I guess, that moment. I got killed by a fucking bit. Oh, nice. Okay. Although this is our last life, so not an ideal situation, I would say. Because with that being the checkpoint, that tells me that there's actually probably a lot longer to go. Oh, fucking, are you serious? Okay. Nice little refill. I should get the other thing out. Good gracious. Okay. All right. We're good. We're good. We're gonna make it. Oh, wow, the birds from 4 are in here? You're gonna give me 2 rooms of this bullshit? Are you serious? Man, I really wish enemies would drop extra lives. That'd be pretty chill. I need that Mega Man 5 drop rate. We were swimming in lives by the end of 5. Just nudge up, just little by little. We all having fun? This is a good time for everybody? Just inching our way down this hallway. Oh, you bitch! No, fuck! Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, okay. Okay, old video game. Okay, old video game. Here we fucking go. Yeah. Yeah, you don't like me and I don't like you either. God damn. Well, if nothing else, I mean, definitely determined that, like, Electman, like, just always have Electman's weapon out. Like, why would you fuck with anything else in this game? It is literally just like Mega Man 2, where it's like, if you don't use the metal blade, you're a fool. There's literally no other weapon worth using in that game. I do appreciate how long the iframe situation is here. You're definitely not, you're not getting like hammered again and again and again. You're mostly like falling victim to just like traps, which again is like fairly consistent with other games in the series. I feel like they kind of alternate. Some games are harder. Some of the Mega Man games are harder from like a level design perspective, while other games are harder from like an enemy design perspective. And they kind of, it feels like they almost like alternate. Because the stages in 1 are a lot more difficult than any of the stages in 2 are. But the enemies in 2 like hit harder than the ones in 1. Like as far as like, at least as my memory serves. Oh, I'm gonna have like just enough time to make this. Fuck it, no, I didn't. Oh, God damn it. Welp. Oh, thank God. Okay. I was like, how long am I gonna have to fucking farm enemies? God, fuck. Oh. Well, now I'm fucked again. I can't risk getting those. Nowhere near enough time. Nowhere near enough time or energy rather to get those. Could try farming birds for a little bit. Oh no, because we're about to get another like spike room, so let's just, or screw room. Yeah. We'll probably get everything back just by running through this. If I don't run into everything like a dumbass. All right, a little health, just a little more health. God, oh! The pickups heal so little, and these things hit so hard. Okay. All right, forget the life. It's just too risky. Oh, okay. So they treat them as refights. All right, so we got Quick Man. Apparently weak to nothing? Okay, the fire definitely is doing something to him. Man, oh man. Oh, use arm cannon then times. Oh, if we do Flashman, well, we don't know which one of these. We don't know who's in what. Oh no, there's a map. Okay, Flashman's down here. All right, so we can do Flashman. Weird. And now we get so now we immediately get his weapon to then go use on the next guy, which is so strange. So just immediately go use this on him now. Well, it says use arm cannon then time stopper. Oh, I see, because it won't be enough to drain his health entirely. Fucking goddamn it! All right, I'm gonna use fire because I can at least use the spin action on this thing to. There we go. This is so weird. What a strange way to structure this. Literally, because I'm looking at the guide. Literally, like all their weaknesses are the things that we are going to get from these dudes. So now we can go to Bubble Man and use Quick Boomerang. And then we go to Heat Man, then we use Bubble Lead, or Bubble Lead. So odd. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's just... There's in no other Mega Man game do they do this, where you're getting like new weapons from like the boss rush. So now we get Heat Man. And they gave him the same behavior where he does like the weird like teleport thing after you hit him with his weakness. Oh, oh, oh. God, oh, he took a really fucking long time. All right, well, got him. Apparently we are very close to the end here. We have three more things. Atomic Fire. Sounds like a band. Okay. So fucking hello? Okay. He absorbs energy in his lance and fires it off at you, though in doing so he will take damage. Defeat him by letting him absorb all he wants, then getting out of his way when he fires. What about the part where I can't fucking avoid him while he runs across the fucking stage? Okay. All right. This is actually a lot easier. I just got a weird pattern. Easy beasy. Nothing to it. So I guess with this weapon we can actually reflect projectiles now. Give me one second. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm getting all itchy. This sound effect just goes on for a while, don't it? Oh, this must be the space node. All right. Okay, Sniper Joe. Being a little bit of a prick. Standing 1 inch off screen at the beginning of the stage. Is it this? Hey! That works pretty good. I guess we can just literally just keep it just held down. Well, hang on. Gotta stand on top of these to melt them. Although I could probably melt them with like one of the fire weapons. It's so weird to me, like they keep the consistent they keep this consistent among a lot of the games in this series, where you get hit by a bullet, you'll take a damage, maybe 2. You touch an enemy and it's like that's a quarter of your fucking health bar. Like running into things always hurts so much more than just getting shot by something in all of these games. And I don't understand the logic behind it. Other than, I guess, punishment for not being good enough to shoot something before they shoot you. Oh, good. I think we're going to see this stage again. I don't know why. Something's telling me that we're not going to make it. Sure, why not 3? Okay, good. Ha! I was getting worried that we were gonna make it to the end of the stage with no lives left, and it's just be like, well, we're just gonna die to Wily like fucking immediately. Oh, fucking use it! Ah! Will fire work on these? Nope, you are literally meant to stand on top of them. Come on. Did the same fucking thing last time, motherfucker. I am grateful that none of these sections have been super complicated. Man, because some of these fucking block sections in some of the later, like, OG series games are just fucking nightmare, man. Whoop! Whoop, fucking broke something in the sounds there. Nothing to it. Fucking. Ugh. I knew they were gonna do it. I knew they were gonna fucking do that. Oh, hey, cut blade's actually way better on these guys. Or rolling cutter or whatever the fuck. God damn it. Ninja Gaiden ass. Respawn. You can just sense it now when it's gonna happen. Okay. Oh, fuck off! Oh, what an asshole. God. The enemies are becoming increasingly more annoying. Okay, we're getting some greatest hits here. Okay. I would love to be done with this. What is this 1 pixel jump horse shit? Oh, fuck it. Whatever. God damn. This game is working on my nerves. Oh, it's gonna make us go through this whole... Okay. 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 That was not too terrible. There we go. It's like, which is it gonna be? This is a long stage, and it's making me nervous. What do you think? Do you think it's worth discovering what goes up, what's up there? Probably. We have the energy for it, so we might as well find out. Man, we had just enough energy for that. Okay. Didn't want to risk it. Did not want to risk that. Oh! Oh, God, just get to the end. No health. No health. No health drops at all. Give me something! Man. That looks a lot more intimidating than it actually is. Oh, you fucker! Okay, well, we made it to the end. So I guess we want fire for the first phase. Yeah, I mean, that was obviously gonna happen there. Oh, wow! So we don't get the opportunity to get that fucking extra life again, I guess. Fuck me. Good lord! Alright, just get in its face. Just get in its fucking face. Alright. And then I guess we just reflect. We just dodge shit and then reflect things. Ah! Son of a bitch. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I don't feel great about our chances here. Just hold this out. Okay. Just bait out the claw to come out really, really low and early. Really low and early. Low Why did I doubt myself? Oh, fuck! Oh, son of a bitch. Oh. Fuck me. I lost faith. I had the pattern. I don't know why the fuck I was just kind of like run away. Like, no, don't fucking run away. Like, you need the claw to come out first. Fully fucked that. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. Last hit of the game. The last thing. I fucking blew it, man. Just once. Just fucking once. I would love it while playing this game, while playing these games, for me to just not fucking choke in the most embarrassing way imaginable. It is true, like, this is how I know it is truly Mega May, because I'm back on my old bullshit, man. Ugh. Oh, I'm so angry. Oh, I'm so upset. I'll grant them this. At least you actually, it is useful to use like all the other weapons. Like they do. They are very efficient. Kind of, I would say a lot of them are very efficient. Doing that kind of like does damage for every frame it's on screen kind of thing. Like between the rolling color and the Electman weapon, like you're kind of covered. It's gonna spawn, yeah. Okay. Just avoid those things because they're just annoying. There were actually no surprises on this one. Thank God. Right, this fucking room. Would you fuck off forever? Jesus Christ. You guys horny to hurt me. Nope. If it comes from the right side of the screen. Nope. Nope. Fuck. Oh my fucking god. Haha. What is... Ugh. No E-tanks. No, even the first Mega Man game on NES had like E-tank equivalents. God. It's the worst feeling. It's the worst feeling. Thank God this thing had a password system. Because the thing that just crossed my mind was... Imagine playing this and getting stuck on this stage and you're just draining, you're just rolling through your batteries. Like, that's the thing that I think a lot of us take for granted now these days, is like, when things were battery powered, you had to beat stuff within a certain amount of time. Your gaming time was limited in one way or another. Now it's kind of whatever. Everything's rechargeable. Who cares? But man, back then, because there was no like, there was no suspend feature or anything like that. That's the difference, right? If you had to change the batteries, that thing you had to turn the thing off. And the game can't run when there's no power. So you'd be done. This thing can absolutely spawn on the left side of the screen, and I don't know why it refuses to do so. Thank you. Oh my fucking god. All right, I'm gonna pray for health. Gotta do this stage again, baby. Don't even engage. So more people should learn. Don't engage with bad actors. Oh god, it's just this sequence just takes so long. Why is the stage so fucking long? It's so funny playing this, like, I'm playing this on like a 4K TV, right? So it just feels like a video game. Like I'm trying to like imagine like playing this on like a 3-inch screen, half a foot away from my face, arms getting tired. And then the low battery light starts flashing and the panic sets in. The handhelds are maybe like the only situation where I could like I could see like a real case being made for playing on like the original hardware rather than emulation, because the physical position that your body has to be in to do this stuff is like does change the gameplay. This time he despawns. Okay. I'm going to try to farm here a little bit. Just see if we just can get some health back more than anything. The way these things are spawning is really strange. I'm not going to drop anything if I kill them while they are clipped into the environment. Gotta lose health to gain health. That's what I'm always saying. Oh! I hate taking damage when doing this kind of shit, and it's happened on other games, like other NES games especially, because it just means I just have to do this for longer. Like every time I get hurt, it's like, well, add 2 more times that I need to fucking like wait for this fucking bird to drop an egg. Drop health. Drop health. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. I keep losing track that one like flies like under the floor. Oh my god. Oh my god, an extra life dropped from an enemy for the first time in this game. I'll take that. That's even better than more health. I still want the health though, and I swear to God, if I keep getting hit by these fucking birds. Oh. Stop. Set me free! There we go. Jesus Christ. Fucking course. Fucking of course. Just truly one of the moments where it's just kind of like, but what if I did use save states? But what if instead of these restrictions that I've put on myself, just use the game states. The answer, of course, is pride. That's always the answer. I got scared again. I would have made it, but I got scared again. I believe this is where the life is. No. I think we have 2 more rooms. If we get to Wily with 5 lives, like, I'll be fucking thrilled. No. Okay, we made it. We made it, we're good. We made it, we're good. Okay, all right, we got this. Honestly, just regular Buster just works fine on this. What doesn't work is how fast these guys move for how quickly Mega Man is actually allowed to move in this game. I accepted that the first one was going to be a throwaway. Like that was never going to happen. Okay. Nothing to it. Nothing to it. All right, now, don't be an idiot. Bottom laser, claw, top laser, bottom laser, top laser, claw, bottom laser, top laser, claw. Okay, all right, so the pattern is not perfect. Get him. Get him. Yes! Oh. That's just straight up a real world shuttle. Just actually literal Earth NASA ass shuttle. Oh, thanks, Susie. And change key? Are these the names of the enemies? Or are these like the weird like Japanese coded? Okay, no, okay. All right, that answers that question. I don't think that there was a Japanese man who went by the name Cutting Wheel. What a strange end screen they went for here. Just Mega Man standing in the void of space looking at the names of all the bad guys. Metal. Gabiol. Are these consistent between the games? Schworm! Okay, I don't care if they're consistent between the games. That is the new canon name of that enemy for me. Fucking Schworm. All right, Sniper Joe, we know for certain that that is his name. And Big Eye. Crikey. That's a big jumper. Oh, Goro's in this game. I forgot that we even saw one of those guys. Really taking their time with this. Really Oh, but we're getting unique portrait art for the bosses. All right, that's cool. These are their professional headshots. Hi, I'm Iceman, 5'3", willing to be topless. Fireman sprite, that could have used some work. That is very difficult to read. The music is interesting because it's kind of like a pseudo remix of the end theme from, I think it's from 2. It's much more slowed down though. And then right there, like it changes. Enker was that guy's name. They didn't call him Reflect Man or Mirror Man. No, Enker. Oh, hang on. Mega Man is now walking in space. Oh, okay. I guess that's him. I guess he's on the shuttle. How they could have made this any length of time. They didn't need to make it so that he walked past 15 windows to then just see Earth. Thank you for playing, presented by Capcom. Aw, we did it. And then I guess we just stay here forever. That's one down. Honestly, a solid start. A solid start. Nothing too crazy in it. Nothing at all that was completely overwhelming. Just a hard final stage. Far from the hardest thing that I've ever played, though. Yeah, they did a solid job. They did a solid job translating that. I do like that it was kind of its own thing. It was not a one-to-one recreation of the first game. Which meant that a lot of this felt actually fairly fresh. I think all of the robot fights were kind of blah, mostly because they just programmed that like you just don't move fast enough. You do not move fast enough to avoid what they're doing to you. So it's just every one of those fights is just a fight of attrition. But beyond that, pretty solid. I'm gonna quickly refill my water here. It is straight empty. So I'm just going to leave you here with Mega Man in black and white for just a minute. I'll be back momentarily. Alrighty. Say goodbye to this screen. We are on to newer but still has gray pastures. Like I said, solid start. A solid start. I would not have been disappointed if I had that game. Honestly, because most Game Boy games are about that length, right? Like they're probably like an hour top. I don't know how long we were playing that for. That was maybe an hour and a half or so, with needing to do like the repeat attempts on that, mostly on that last stage more than anything. I like the ending music to this game. It's been one of my all-time favorites, but then I have a lot of favorites. This is from the Mega Man homepage, as it is called, of which I'm using as my database of information. Well, we're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right away into the next game here. Once I find the page for the video game. I could probably just add another I into the URL and that'll take me right there. Yeah, that did it. So apparently we get access to the slide in this game. And gives us so Mega Man 1 was or Wily's Revenge was an overlap of 1 and 2. 2 becomes an overlap of 2 and 3. Which is, I think, a really interesting way of approaching these. I think it's kind of cool. All right. Let us find the manual for this. I'm sure I have it. Yes, I do. Excellent. Let's roll right into the next one. Here we go. By the way, that's the thing with Mega Man. Mega Man, we're about getting shit done, right? We're just going through stuff. We don't have time to just like sit around and yap about shit. We're playing games, we're beating them, we're seeing the credits, we're getting out. That is how all these streams are going to be. A lot of that's to do with the fact that I am in a rehearsal schedule right now for a show. Several shows, as a matter of fact. And with me trying to do an actual streaming schedule and be consistent with it, I do have to then make sure that I am not going crazy and over-promising anything. So very much expect these streams to be kind of like shorter in nature than they usually are. Again, that is because of like staying true, like staying cautious of my own personal energy and rehearsal stuff and not overwhelm myself. The other part of it is I do like treating these Mega Man streams kind of as their own little standalone chunks, a lot like the Mega Man games themselves. And I find that if I try to do a Mega Man game and then, let's throw some other thing in here, or let's do some second, whatever that's not like related to Mega Man or whatever, it starts getting in the way of what I feel is just kind of like a clean viewing experience. And I think this speaks more so even to the live aspect of it. It speaks more to just like the VODs. Like I like having this collection of VODs of me playing through each one of these games, and each one is its own self-contained experience. So the difference with today is because I knew that the first one would be so short that we would need to play another one to fill in the rest of the time. But from this point forward, these games, they do start adding more stuff to these games. They do become more like full length experiences, much closer to the NES stuff. So it makes sense to do these first two together, and then the rest of these streams we'll do one at a time. Yeah, let's get into it. So, same precautions as before. Zoom in a little bit for you guys. Getting started, same stuff. We know all this stuff. We read it before. Time trap. Like to Mega Man, like to Mega Man. Come in, Mega Man. Dr. Wily has broken into the Kronos Institute and stolen the experimental time skimmer. We tried tracking him on radar, but he has simply vanished. My calculations show that he jumped approximately 37,426 years into the future. What? Is this Mega Man 40K? What the hell? Why? What a specific number. I have no idea what he plans to do, but you can can be sure that he'll be back. Oh, we are so in it, baby. In the meantime, Rush has sniffed out a few of Wily's robots guarding a subterranean passage. Get over there and check it out. And remember, let's be careful down there. Light out. Click. Great. So we move, we can jump, and now we can slide. The slide is back, baby. Terror beneath the earth. Lurking at the entrance to the underground cavern are 4 of Dr. Wily's most fiendish robots. Each of these angry androids has surrounded itself with a web of tin-plated terrors who want to mangle Mega Man. Ooh, the assonance and alliteration. We are working overtime tonight. It's up to you to run, jump, and climb past these metallic maniacs to the inner sanctum of the Robot Master. Once you arrive, it's going to be a cybernetic showdown, and only one of you will survive. Launch a barrage of lethal lasers and keep on pounding the Robot Master until he's a mound of molten metal. Then grab his weapon and from behind and get ready for the next steel-stomping cyborg. Some intense copy going on here. I am in it. Mega power. As you annihilate Dr. Wily's raucous robots, you will gain their special weapons and add them to your own arsenal. You can view the various weapons you have collected by pressing the start button, and then so on and so on and so on. It's a Mega Man game. Oh, thank the Lord. We got energy tanks. E-tanks are back again. Thank Christ. This might actually be easier. Rush Jet or Rush is here now. And we get Coil Marine and Jet. We get all of them. That's kind of wild. Immediately, we are just like leaping into just kind of like, yep, nope, this game is immediately like more involved, more systems, more complicated. Once you acquire an adapter, you can summon a Rush to your side by pressing start, and then, yep, you just use them like another weapon. You can use a password. The Robot Masters. Okay, so it's just letting us know who's in this one. So we got Airman, Hardman, Needleman, Topman, Woodman, Metalman, Magnet Man, Clashman. So yeah, so we got a combination of 2 and 3 in here. I think two. No. Is Hardman from? No, Hardman's from 3, right? I think Hardman and Magnet Man and Needleman are 3. Airman, Woodman, I think the other guys are 2. It's so hard to keep them together. Maybe Clashman is also 3. Yeah, maybe it's these 4 are 3, and then these 4 are 2. I think that's right. Each Robot Master is vulnerable to a certain type of weapon. If a Robot Master seems hard to defeat with the normal cannon, you may need to acquire a special weapon to defeat him. If your special weapon runs out of energy, pick up a weapon capsule while the special weapon is active. Yep. Practice firing from ladders. Get hit by an enemy, you'll be invincible. If you can't jump over enemies, try sliding under them. And then these pages intentionally left blank. 3-month warranty. And if you need help with installation, maintenance, or service, call the Nintendo Authorized Repair Center at 1-800-255-3700. It's about as straightforward as the manual comes. I do really like how that was how a lot of that like flavor text was written. That's very fun stuff. I mean, that's another reason why, like, the things that I liked about having the game manuals was the unique artwork that they would put into those, like all like the little doodles and drawings and stuff that they would throw in there. And then you could actually like read the story of the game. Like you'd find out stuff about the game, and seeing them like put like that much effort into making it sound like, you know, like a Superman intro or something is a lot of fun. It is a lost art style, and we should bring it back. God damn it. All right, we are equipped with knowledge. It is time to head back into the black and white world of the original Game Boy. This time now with Mega Man 2. Here we go. All right, right away we're starting with like flashing. We got a spinning menu item. We got shit going on here. Excuse me. 1 second. Right, okay. Let's get in there. All right, so we got Crash Man, Metal Man. Oh my God, it's doing. All right, there we go. I figured out why that happens, by the way. So when that slowdown happens, that's me clicking onto my second monitor so that I could actually like navigate like the websites or whatever. And what happens is because there's a frame rate, there's a refresh rate mismatch between my TV and my monitor. I think it causes that slowdown to happen because it doesn't know which refresh rate to grab onto. What I'm saying is that I'm in the market for a new monitor, and I'm just waiting on something to go on sale that is both 120 hertz or 144 would be even better to match the TV fully, and 4K. So, you know, just waiting for that to happen. All right. The suggested order here is Metal Man, Airman, Crash Man, Woodman. You can take out Airman first if you desire, then do Metal Man before Woodman. I'd like to get my hands on a metal blade as soon as possible. Yeah, I mean, hey, if this is just like... this is anything like the original, metal blade is the thing to get. Okay, this immediately looks just like a one-to-one recreation of Metal Man stage. Oh, for... That's where we're starting Mega Man 2? Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure this is the energy you want to bring to 2026? Okay, immediately a lot of things are happening. So we do move slightly faster. It looks like the frame rate is actually better. The shot sound is completely different. And the game doesn't... Now that's different from every other Mega Man game ever. The screen doesn't freeze when healing. Oh, that's right. We have slide again, though. Oh, sliding feels so good. It's so good to be back. And then right away with these assholes. Okay, at least I'm not as crazy. It does seem like the sound is having a harder time though. In the first game, they were happy to like have the music kind of like fade out a little bit so that the sounds could play. They are doing the opposite here. Sound effects are absolutely secondary to the music track. Little puzzle there for you. Oh boy. Okay, they replaced the sounds of enemies dying with just like weird, like it's almost like a fire effect. I gotta say, on first glance, I feel like the audio has taken a real nosedive in comparison to the first one. It feels like everything else feels a bit better, looks better, plays a bit better. But I'm not crazy about how this game sounds. There we go. I got him locked into a pattern now. I had him locked into a pattern. This music is stressful. Good lord. Oh, he's got to run to the middle of the screen. Absorb the power. All right. That is some great artwork right there. Oh, good. Rush Marine, the most useful one. All right. Well, we got Metal Blade. So game over, I guess. I guess now that's interesting. They say Airman, use arm cannon or leaf shield. So I don't know why bother going. Why wouldn't we go for Woodman instead? But this looks a lot like Airman stage. Oh, the birds are from 2. Why did I guess I associate the birds with 4 because that's the one, that's the first one that I played. This is a very funny reimagining of this stage layout moment here. Because like, look at how much tinier like all of these sprites are in comparison to their NES counterparts, and really, really slow movement on everything. Oh wait, what am I doing? Well, the whole point of getting going Metal Man was to just brainlessly throw saw blades everywhere for the rest of our lives. And just like the original, seemingly might as well be infinite blade energy. That's some tinny music right there. Okay, yeah, so it was Airman stage that this bit was taken from, but they used it in the first game as well. I was not expecting the Game Boy games to be like a Oops All Greatest Hits like approach to the series, but I'm down for it. It's like a remix. That the whole stage? That was quick. Okay. Oh, he's invincible. Not Rush Jet. What are you doing? Well, this is just as annoying as the NES version of it. I don't think we're gonna survive. Oh, maybe. If I keep getting good patterns on these, well, yep. Get him. Whew. Cruising. Definitely not going to get overconfident in myself and fully fuck it up by the end. When has that ever happened? All right, and Rush Jet. Great. Just unlock this shit. Just get it out of the way. All right, Crash Man. Oh, excuse me, Clash Man. Once again, think about it for 3 seconds. You can probably guess why his name changed from Crash Man to Clash Man. It's the same reason sometimes Dr. Light is Dr. Right. What? Oh, god damn it. I guess I could just rush jet across everything and just speed up this whole process. Oh man. Oh, you can just go wherever you want on that thing. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, skip the level. Let's go. Yo, is this game good? I think this game might be good, you guys. Hello? Thank you very much. Honestly, the one thing that I'm not jiving with is the music. Like, the sound design is really, really bad. It has taken a real nosedive. Just in comparison to the first game. Like, the first game sounded great. This is like actively bad. Hello, 2 E-Tanks, let's fucking go. Meanwhile, everything else is great. It feels good. It's fucking easy. All right, Clash Man. Are you weak to Metal Blade? Someone be weak to Metal Blade, please. Are you? God damn it. Yeah, I guess he always was weak to Airman, wasn't he? We're gonna, yeah. I didn't realize how quickly I was running out of weapon energy, and now we're out of it, so now we have to beat him for realsies. Oh shit, and I have no lives left. Fuck. Right, we can slide. Wow, he does a lot of damage when he touches us. Fuck me. Fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Who cares? If this is anything like the other Mega Man games, I assume that when you die, you probably lose all your E-Tanks. I ain't afraid to cheese it. I will absolutely cheese it. All right, well, Rush is all powered up now. On to Woodman. Is this game going to be faster than the first one? I honestly thought that the first one was like the shortest one out of all of them, but this is... We're flying through this. We've been playing for 12 minutes. There's a timer on this one. You guys can't see it, but it's like the leaderboard, the retro achievements leaderboard timer. But yeah, we're coming up on 13 minutes total playtime here. And we're on the 4th stage. Just breezing along. All right, they brought the big fire tiger back. That looks like it translated really well, but no sound of the explosion. The part where it is a Mega Man game that is not pleasing to listen to, and the part where it's a Mega Man game where the screen doesn't freeze while you're refilling health and weapon energy, are truly like the two strangest things about anything that we've encountered today. It's just so standard practice that to play anything that doesn't adhere to those rules like feels wrong. Metal Blade is, oh, I'm so happy that it's just as broken in this fucking game. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. That's the whole stage. What a weird video game this is. I think I would have been more disappointed if I had this one instead of the first one, to be honest. Oh, that's so much slower. Anyway, he's gone. I guess onto the Wily stages? How fast is this game gonna be? It looks like it's the exact same situation where it's like we have 4 more boss fights. They're all the guys from 3. And then a fight against one other like new guy called Quint. And then Wily, and then we're fucking done. So strange. This is cool art. Oh, cutscene. Hello. Mega Man game has never had a cutscene before. Shoot him. Shoot him in the face. Come on, Mega Man. You could solve centuries worth of problems. Right in we go. All right, well, let's see who lives where. Needleman, I guess, is weak to air shooter, and he's down here. Okay. All right, but we get stages. Okay. You know what? Actually, that's pretty fucking cool. I thought it was just going to be just dropping us into boss fights. So they definitely played it like way more safely with this one. Like I feel like the first game took like more risks of just kind of just changing some stuff structurally. With this one, they're just kind of like, nah, we're just going to do like one-to-one recreations of everything. Oh, I didn't mean to do Jet, but whatever. Same trick as in 2, or maybe that's from 3. But this is also why I think that doing like a one-to-one creation is less interesting, because it means that you end up like these like shorter, way shorter levels. Can we rush Jet up there? Will it let us do that? Sure will. Good. This weapon is so fucking busted. All right, Needle Man, what you got? Whole lot of nothing. He's got a whole lot of nothing. That's what he's got. 18 minutes in. I do like that we're getting full stages out of this. This again, it is a very strange, like, structural change, but I'm into it. Mostly because I thought that the game was gonna be fucking over. All right, on to Magnet Man. Oh, did not refill our stuff after a stage end. Interesting idea there, Capcom. I don't know that I agree with it. Handing over E-tanks like they're candy. I mean, they want us to win. Clearly, they want us to win. I wonder if people complained that the first game was too difficult. I mean, it's pre-internet, so no one ever knew anybody's opinions about anything. It was all about sales numbers, ultimately. Like, that was the only metric you had to go off of. Whoop! Okay, these guys are on screen for much less time than the previous game. I guess we needed some part of this to be kind of difficult. I mean, you know, we're just gonna rush jet this. Like, why pretend? They gave us the rush jet so early. There's no point in engaging with the rest of this level at all. Why would you ever fuck around with that? You don't get knocked off of ladders when you get hit. Wow-wee. These are truly the things that you can only react to if you've just been playing a lot of these fucking games. Where, like, these feel like huge changes, No one else would clock, because who cares? All right, here's Magnet Man. Done. On to Hardman. Die, Hardman, is what I'll say. Speaking of Die Hardman, boy, I really fell off of Death Stranding 2. And I didn't think I would. But, I don't know. I mean, well, a couple things happened, which is that, some other game ended up getting my attention. Well, because Death Stranding and something else came out at the same time. And I honestly, I can't remember what the other thing was. So I can't even like justify like why this happened, I suppose. But I think I talked on stream about how like the pacing felt kind of odd for that game, because unlike the first game, they don't need to explain the world like they do. Like the first game, they have to establish like all this new shit, right? If you're coming into Death Stranding 2, I think one could safely assume that you've probably played the first one. Or you would have some idea of what the events were. And if you don't, they have like a whole, you know, codex thing for you to like read through and learn all about the world if you really want to. This monkey is giving me a fucking headache. So yeah, so they don't have to establish the world. They just kind of just drop you in pretty quickly. But then you're just kind of doing the same thing that you're doing in the first game, which again, like I liked the first Death Stranding. I enjoyed it a great deal, but I guess I just wasn't prepared for it to be so similar to the first game that I kind of almost immediately got locked into just kind of like, all right, we'll just run back here and then grab that delivery and then run over here and then do that delivery and then run over here and do that delivery, right? Like you're just kind of like right away, you're just kind of just like back in it. And I guess I was a little disappointed. I was hoping maybe they would be like braver and like introduce like the crazy like earlier than they did in the first game, but they kind of don't. And like, I don't know, 10 hours in, they finally introduce like the bad guy. And I didn't fucking remember him from the first. It's a returning character. And I didn't fucking remember the dude. I was just like, oh, I guess that happened in the first game. And it's just kind of like, huh. Like maybe they should have done a little more work of like kind of like reintroducing you to this world or whatever, because it feels like they're kind of taking a lot for granted. And while I can appreciate not wanting to waste people's time with a lot of needless exposition and rehashing old territory, the problem is that from a pacing perspective, it then becomes, okay, well then your story better fucking kick off right away. And it doesn't. And so it feels disjointed. Because they're taking out all like the in-between busy work that you would normally have to do to like make sure that players understand what world they're in and why things are happening. And instead of just kind of like, no, it's all the same stuff from the first game. Now it's just but now people are still mad about the stuff that happened, I guess. So it's like, okay, well then why aren't more things happening? Why then am I just still doing just like regular ass deliveries for everybody? I don't know. I'm sure I'll get back into it eventually. But unfortunately for every video game ever, vampire crawlers came out. So there's nothing else to play. Actually, that's actually not true. Off stream, I have started a new playthrough of Armored Core 6, which was fully inspired by seeing Aethel play through it, because he just did a playthrough. And even though I didn't really watch a lot of those, I watched a couple moments from a few of those streams, but I did not watch the streams directly all that much. Mostly because I didn't want to get like super spoiled on everything that's in that game. Because I actually played Armored Core 6 on stream when it came out. I played the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours of it. Had a good time with it, and then got absolutely bodied by one of the bosses. Just could not get past one of the bosses in that game. And apparently, over time, they have done a lot of like patching and reworking to the difficulty of that game. So it's kind of like, you know what? I have not played a game like this in a really long time. I'm gonna get back into this. So I've actually been playing through Armored Core 6 now, and I'm just about back to the point where I gave up on it the first time. So hopefully I actually power through it this time. Cause boy, it's a pretty cool fucking video game. That was the easiest boss fight I have ever experienced. That was easier than Pharaoh Man, and Pharaoh Man doesn't do anything. All right, well. Off to the final stage of the game, I guess. Oh, okay. Nope, it's actually... Okay. I guess can I only hit this guy like at the very top of his head? Okay, there we go. Is this the whole fight? What is happening? What? Is this game broken? I got Quint item. Sakugarne. Okay. Cool, I guess. "31 minutes we're coming up on. This game is less than an hour long. Why did they even give us why did they even give us Rush Marine? Are we even gonna use it for anything ever? I guess we can see. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so we got a pogo stick. A pogo stick that does not keep us safe. All right, great. Still did not refill any of our weapons between stages, which feels like a crime. Oh, okay, well, I guess I'm not getting that E-Tank. You should refill Rush Jet, because it's probably going to be some bullshit I don't want to skip. Nothing to it. I'm torn. I'm really torn on this one. it's not that I necessarily, oh, okay, all right, well, I guess there is one place in the game to use Rush Marine, and here, and this is it. Great. It's like they forgot they put it in. It's not that, because I've said this before, I don't want my Mega Man games to be like brutally difficult. I think when people talk about the difficulty of, like, when they talk fondly of the difficulty of these games, they are missing the point. What's fun is when they are challenging. Not when they're like cheap and busted. But this is like so easy. Like I almost feel a little cheated. Again, maybe if we had been playing like on a physical Game Boy, I wonder if I would feel the same. Because this is entirely possible that playing like the first game on Game Boy would have felt like a nightmare. And maybe this would feel like more in line with like the level of challenge that I would hope for. It just feels very watered down. We're at the end of the fucking stage. We're done. We're like done. What the fuck? What is this? All right, you can play that game. Ha! Can I actually do damage? Okay, I can do damage. Okay, well, I did some damage to him. Fucking just E-tank away. Topspin, as always, does fuck all. I think he's literally only weak to the Buster and the trampoline, pogo stick. Well, hang on. Oh, fuck it, E-tank. Let's do this in one. Okay, he's getting a second form. Look at how visually uninteresting this is. They gave him this tiny ass sprite on just a white background. Whoop! This is like the ending of fucking... I don't think anyone watched me play this game, but the Flintstones game, the rescue of Dino and Hoppy on NES has like the exact same kind of ending. That's the whole game. That's the whole game. What? Torpedo his ass. Yes, get him. Fucking Wily's fucking dead. There's no coming back from that. They killed him proper on the Game Boy game that no one played. That was literally 40 minutes. I'm bewildered. How is that the game? I'm gonna say, even if I hadn't been using Metal Blade, if I had just been playing like with Buster only, there would have been like no challenge to that. The Metal Blade just got through it faster. That's so weird. So here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. I fully expected the Game Boy games to be a little simpler than the NES games. I expected them to be maybe a little easier. Not that the NES games are easy at all. I think they're all pretty fucking hard. Some more than others. But I didn't expect them to be like sleepwalk easy. Like there was nothing to that. New Shot Man. Yeah, well, unfortunately, you're not going to be coming back. Your game's already over, Yambo. Dude didn't even put his thoughts on this one. Oh no, oh sorry. He has a review at the top. The music is very high pitched and gets on your nerves. Yeah. Plot, what plot? Yep. While it's not terribly difficult, I find some sections can give a person some troubles. No! I think I died twice in the entire playthrough of that. And one was just like was extremely early, where it was a blind jump into a spike pit. I don't know if I died maybe one other time. For the most part, I find myself playing the first Game Boy game rather than this one, which is funny when you think about it, because this one's based off of my two favorite NES games. Even when I think about like the difficulty of 2 and 3 especially, 3's fucking brutal, man. Like 3 ended up like near the bottom of my rankings because of how bullshit that game's difficulty is in its back half. It is aggressively frustrating. This was an absolute cakewalk. This may be the easiest game I've ever played. Not even on stream, just like full stop, period. There was nothing to this. It's so I've never finished a Mega Man game feeling this empty. I've definitely finished Mega Man games feeling drained. That has happened plenty of times. But like just kind of, I guess the game's over. Like that has not happened before. I'm stunned by what a pointless exercise this was. It's so safe. It's exceedingly safe. Like they didn't bother trying to make any of that unique aside from the Quint thing, which had no challenge to it, and then whatever the fuck that Wily fight was, that sucked ass. That was terrible. Yeah, really drag this out. That logo treatment did not really survive the the transfer to 8-bit, did it? I mean, I guess game over. I am bewildered by that. Yeah, there's no, I'm pressing start and stuff. I was thinking maybe there's a secret thing that happens after. Maybe there's a new game plus. No, game's over. Game just ends. 1992. So that came out so that came out 1 year later. Well, interesting. Launchbox says 91. Oh, but December of 91. Okay, so might as well be 92. The next game came out December of 92. So, okay, so a year later. So they were releasing these like once a year. Kind of on the dot. Every one of these. Oh, no. Well, okay, the distance between 4 and 5 is I think, the closest. 4 released in October of 93, and then 5 released in July of 94. So definitely a very fast production cycle on that, unless they worked on those 2 games simultaneously, which is entirely possible. Well, I guess that's it. Stream over. I really thought that there was going to be more to that, but no, that was. It took us like an hour and a half to get through the first game. And we did it in literally half of the time for the second one. Man. Mega Man, even. Well, there you go. There's the first 2 games of Mega Man cleared. Done. There's no hidden whatever. There's no new games. There's no nothing. It is or new game pluses. That's it. That is the full Mega Man 1 and 2 on the Game Boy experience. I am hoping that the other ones are a little more fleshed out. As I understand it, 3, 4, and 5 start adding some stuff. They start adding some more stuff. But boy, when I look at the screenshots, they sure look like the same kind of game, though. I don't know. How many retro achievements are available for that game? There's another 40 achievements available for that game. 44 in total. Oh, okay, yeah, Buster only stuff. No, take no damage. Yeah. Don't use Rush Jet in the Magnet Man stage block puzzle. Hey, fuck you. Don't you judge how I play the video game. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. That's 2 games down. A lot more to go. So the plan is on Tuesdays and Saturdays we'll continue doing these streams. At least for the next week and a half. So on Tuesday I'll be back. Tuesday night I'll be back with Mega Man 3. Next Saturday I'll be back with Mega Man 4, and then the Tuesday after that we'll wrap up the Game Boy games with Mega Man 5. From there, we'll go to the Game Boy Color with the Mega Man Extreme games 1 and 2, which are remakes of X1 and X2, respectively. Then we get into the Game Boy Advance era, specifically just with Mega Man and Bass. Now, Mega Man and Bass. Hey, Bar. Thanks for your sacrifice playing through Meager Man. It's hardly a sacrifice. I enjoy doing it. Yeah, so Mega Man and Bass, I know, is technically a Super Famicom game, where it's called Rockman and Forte. That is not the version that I know. however. The version that I played, the only version of that I ever played was Mega Man and Bass on the Game Boy Advance, which most people do not consider to be a very good game. People consider it to be a pretty rough port. One of the main reasons for it is, like a lot of games that end up on the handhelds that were ports from other systems, you ended up with a zoomed in screen. So there's actually less visual real estate on those stages. All I remember was that the game was hard. And hard in the same way that I found every other Mega Man game. So it's entirely possible that it's going to be just fine. It does, unfortunately, share like an art style and play style that, in my memory, closely resembles 7, original 7, which I really did not like. So we'll see how that goes. And then after that, we're going to close out Mega Man with the PSP games. So Mega Man Powered Up, which is a 2.5D remake of original 1, and then Maverick Hunter, which is a 2.5D remake of X1. So kind of a lot of like well-worn territory in here, right? But both what's interesting to me about these is that the Extreme games, they're on Game Boy Color. How the fuck do you port a Super Nintendo game to the Game Boy Color? So I think that those are going to be fascinating to look at, just by virtue of how those games translate. Meanwhile, Powered Up and Maverick Hunter, even though they are remakes of their respective games in their series, they do add new stuff. There's a whole new boss in Powered Up, and the kind of, as I recall, I think there may be, I don't know if there's another Maverick Hunter or maybe like another like Sigma stage or something that they add into Maverick Hunter. Point being, they do have like enough new things in them that I think it warrants investigation. But also, even beyond all of those requirements, the primary requirement of Mega Man is that I'm just going to play through every game that has Mega Man in the title. So there you go. The reason I have not scheduled those from Extreme and beyond is because there is a very high chance that Valeno will be joining me for those. He joined me for a lot of Mega Man last year, except for the ones that he didn't care about, which is why I'm playing the Game Boy games by myself. Once we get to Extreme, his interest peaks. And because his work schedule is not necessarily compatible with like the Tuesday, Saturday thing, we're going to have to schedule those out individually. So I did not make an announcement graphic for that because I don't know what those dates are going to be, but we will get those on the books sooner rather than later. I have to because of my rehearsal schedule with stuff. So stay tuned on the socials and the Discord, and I will let you guys know when that stuff is happening. But for now, you know for certain the next 2 Tuesdays and next Saturday are guaranteed streams for these Game Boy games. And I hope that they're long enough to justify a full stream for them. Let's see who's online. I guess let's raid somebody. We'll get out of here. Let's see who's doing what. Actually, not a lot of people. Looks like Ryota just went live. Literally just went live. Let's give Ryota like an early stream or an early stream raid. Those are always exciting when those happen. It looks like they are playing Persona 3. So unlike me, who's only streaming for 3 hours a day, I guess they're going to stream for the next 300 hours. So go send some love to Ryota. And that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much, everybody, who was hanging out, lurking, whatever. There's a lot of May left. There's a lot of games left. And we're going to see friggin' all of them. I promise, before too long, there will be color on these screens again. But for now, we're definitely spending our time in the grayscale world. A much simpler time with apparently much simpler games. We'll see what happens on the next round of these. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get some rest. Very busy time of year coming up, I think, for most people. And yeah, play some games between now and the next time I see you. Please. Have a great one, everybody. I'll catch you on the next one. Adios.